Imagine improving your life by just 1% every day. It sounds tiny, almost useless. But according to Atomic Habits, those tiny improvements can completely transform your future. This book is not about motivation. It's not about waking up at 5 a.m. or becoming perfect overnight. It's about understanding how small daily actions slowly shape your identity, your success, your health, your confidence, and ultimately, your entire life. James Clear explains that success is never the result of one big moment. It's the result of hundreds of tiny habits repeated consistently over time. And in this video, I'll explain the entire book in a very simple and human way so you can actually apply it in your life. Let's begin with Chapter 1. Small habits create big results. The book begins with a powerful idea. Tiny habits may seem unimportant today, but over time, they create massive results. James Clear gives the example of British cycling. For years, the team was average and unsuccessful. Then a coach named Dave Brailsford focused on improving everything by just 1%, not 50%. Not overnight success, just 1%. They improved bike seats, sleeping habits, uniforms, hand washing, recovery techniques, and hundreds of tiny details. And eventually, they became one of the greatest cycling teams in history. The lesson is simple. Success is the product of small improvements repeated daily. Most people quit because they don't see results immediately. You go to the gym for 1 week, nothing changes. You read books for a few days, you still feel the same. You save money for 1 month, you're still not rich. So people stop. But habits work like compound interest. A small action repeated consistently becomes powerful over time. James Clear says, if you improve by just 1% every day for a year, you become 37 times better. Chapter 2. Focus on systems, not goals. Most people are obsessed with goals. I want to lose weight. I want to become rich. I want success. But James Clear says goals are not enough, because winners and losers often have the same goals. Every athlete wants to win. Every student wants good grades. Every business wants success. So goals alone don't change anything. What actually matters is your system, your daily routine, your habits, your environment, your process. Goals tell you where to go. Systems are what actually get you there. For example, if your goal is to write a book, your system could be writing 1 page every day. If your goal is fitness, your system could be exercising for 20 minutes daily. The problem with goals is that they create temporary motivation, but systems create permanent change. James Clear says, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to that line alone can change your life. Chapter 3. Your identity shapes your habits. This is one of the most powerful ideas in the entire book. Most people try to change their outcomes. They say, I want abs, I want money, I want confidence. But James Clear says, real change happens when you change your identity. Instead of saying, I'm trying to quit smoking, say, I'm not a smoker. That small shift changes everything, because habits are connected to identity. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. When you read daily, you become a reader. When you train daily, you become an athlete. When you write daily, you become a writer. Your habits shape your identity, and your identity shapes your habits. So instead of asking, what do I want to achieve, ask, who do I want to become? That question changes your focus completely. Chapter 4. The 4 Laws of Habit Change. James Clear explains that every habit follows 4 stages: cue, craving, response, reward. And based on these 4 stages, he creates the 4 laws of behavior change. These laws help you build good habits and break bad ones. Let's understand the laws of the book Law 1. Make it obvious. Good habits need visible triggers. Most habits happen automatically because your brain notices cues in your environment. For example, seeing your phone triggers social media. Seeing snacks triggers eating. Seeing your bed triggers sleep. So if you want better habits, design your environment carefully. Want to read more? Place books where you can see them. Want to exercise? Keep workout clothes ready. Want to drink more water? Put a water bottle beside you. The easier it is to notice the habit, the more likely you'll do it. James Clear also talks about habit stacking. This means attaching a new habit to an existing one. For example, after I brush my teeth, I'll meditate for 1 minute. Or, after dinner, I'll read 5 pages. Your current habits become reminders for new habits. Law 2. Make it attractive. We repeat behaviors that feel rewarding. Your brain loves dopamine, so if a habit feels exciting or enjoyable, you'll naturally want to repeat it. James Clear explains temptation bundling. This means combining something you need to do with something you enjoy. For example, only watch Netflix while exercising. Only listen to your favorite music while studying. This trains your brain to associate positive feelings with productive habits. He also explains how your social circle shapes your behavior. You naturally copy the habits of people around you. If your friends are lazy, you become lazy. If your environment is focused and disciplined, you improve automatically. Humans always want to fit in. That's why surrounding yourself with the right people is extremely important. Law 3. Make it easy. Most people fail because they rely on motivation, but motivation is unreliable. Some days you feel powerful, other days you feel tired and lazy. So James Clear says, focus on reducing friction. Make good habits easier. The easier a habit is, the more likely you'll repeat it. He introduces the 2-minute rule. Any new habit should take less than 2 minutes to start. Instead of, read 50 pages. Start with, read 1 page. Instead of, run 5 kilometers. Start with, wear running shoes. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency, because once you start, momentum usually carries you forward. He also explains that repetition matters more than perfection. You don't become successful by doing something perfectly once. You become successful by repeating it consistently. Law 4. Make it satisfying. Human beings repeat behaviors that feel rewarding immediately. The problem is that good habits usually have delayed rewards. Exercise hurts now but helps later. Studying feels boring now but benefits you later. Meanwhile, bad habits feel good immediately. Junk food tastes good instantly. Scrolling social media feels easy instantly. So James Clear says you must make good habits satisfying. Track your habits. Celebrate small wins. Reward yourself for consistency. One powerful method is habit tracking. When you see a streak growing, your brain becomes motivated to continue. Never break the chain. And if you miss 1 day, don't miss twice. Because missing once is an accident. Missing twice becomes a new habit. Chapter 5. Environment is more powerful than motivation. One of the strongest ideas in the book is this. Your environment shapes your behavior more than motivation does. If unhealthy food is in front of you, you'll eat it. If your phone is beside you, you'll check it. Willpower is weak. Environment is powerful. So, instead of fighting bad habits constantly, remove the triggers. Want less distraction? Keep your phone away. Want healthier eating? Don't buy junk food. Want to focus more? Create a clean workspace. Success becomes easier when your environment supports your goals. Chapter 6. The Plateau of Latent Potential. This chapter explains why people quit too early. Progress is invisible at first. James Clear compares it to an ice cube. If the temperature goes from 25 to 31 degrees, nothing happens. But at 32 degrees, the ice melts. The breakthrough happens suddenly, but it was created by all the previous effort. That's how habits work. You may feel like nothing is changing, but your efforts are accumulating silently. Eventually, results appear. Most people quit in the valley of disappointment. They stop before the breakthrough arrives. The key is patience. Trust the process, even when results are invisible. Chapter 7. How to break bad habits. The same 4 laws can be reversed to destroy bad habits. To break a bad habit, make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, make it unsatisfying. For example, if social media distracts you, delete the apps. If junk food is tempting, stop keeping it at home. If gaming wastes your time, unplug the console, reduce exposure, increase friction, and make the habit harder to access. The harder something is to start, the less likely you'll do it. Chapter 8. Staying consistent. James Clear explains that professionals and amateurs both feel unmotivated sometimes. The difference is that professionals stick to the schedule anyway. Consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need to be extreme. You just need to keep showing up. Even small progress matters. Even imperfect action matters. The people who succeed are usually the people who refuse to quit. Chapter 9. Talent versus habits. The book also discusses talent. Yes, genetics matter. Some people naturally learn faster or perform better in certain areas, but habits still matter more in the long run. The key is choosing habits that align with your strengths. Don't copy someone else's path. Find what works naturally for you. Success becomes easier when your habits match your personality and abilities. Final lesson: small choices. Define your future. At the end of the book, James Clear reminds us that habits are not about achieving one goal. They are about becoming a better person. Every small action matters. Every decision shapes your identity. Every habit is a vote for your future self. Your life today is the result of your habits, and your future will also be built by your habits. Tiny choices may seem unimportant right now, but over time they create success, confidence, discipline, health, relationships, and happiness. So don't focus on massive change overnight. Focus on small improvements repeated consistently, because small habits create remarkable results. Outro. And that was the complete summary of Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you learned something valuable from this book, remember this: you do not become successful because of one big moment. You become successful because of small actions repeated every single day. Start tiny, stay consistent, and let time do the rest. Because habits are connected to identity,